I think it is to the degree that people who are active, it's easier for them to exercise their activism. And so, it used to be people would see something on 60 Minutes, and then the next day they might sit down and write me a letter about how outraged they are. But, right now, particularly with cable news, there's so many, delicious, partisan, outrageous morsels out there on the Democrat or the Republican side that people can quickly contact you and express what they're interested in. So, I'd say to some degree, when I first started out, if the office wanted me, they would page me. And we all had a beeper, and then when we got to the next stop, we would call back and see what the office wanted, because we really did not have mobile phones that back then. But nowadays the mobile phone is your office, the smartphone, if you will. So you can work from anywhere, and particularly overseas, the same thing. I send back photos, send back comments, while in Iraq or Afghanistan. Give you one more example. When we used to see the servicemen and women overseas, we would take phone calls so that they could dial home, and that was a big deal. And you'd get your local civic clubs to donate cards for long-distance phone calls. Servicemen, after a while, we don't need that, and so things change because of technology.
So would you say overall it's been a positive change?
I think it has. I think it has brought Washington closer to home. Policy making is a little bit more transparent, certainly closer to the constituency. But at the same hand, I think as Washington, maybe political thought has become decentralized, we still have this tendency in Washington to think that Washington knows best. And that may have been the case at one point, not where Washington knew best, but where Washington had more information. Not the case right now, because instant information is almost available to anyone.